Welcome to the first video, what I hope is a fun series of the work that I'm going to be doing to this Dodge Promaster 2500 that my housemate bought. He bought it converted, which means that there's some work done to the inside, and some, which essentially means that we're going to have to take it all apart and start over. Pretty much all of the workmanship in the entire van just isn't anything at all like what I'm envisioning for this. I want it to be something beautiful when we're done. And as you can tell just from looking at the work on the insulation and the wiring, you can tell the electrical panel over here is kind of crooked and unfinished. It's kind of the general state of all of the work that was done. So also you can see here the fine work on the counter, complete with screws, no countertop. So the plan is disassemble the entire thing, lay out the parts that were included in the original build, find out what's good, find out what we're going to use and go forward with, and figure out what needs to be done in order to completely redo and turn this into something very, very different. The van did come with a couple max air fans, even though the surrounds are kind of busted up. We're going to see if those are salvageable or if those need to be replaced. It has two 300-watt solar panels on the roof, which are cool, and it has three big AGM batteries. So it's got about $1,200 worth of batteries that came along with it that we're going to try to use. Some of the goals for this build, we want DC air conditioning, so we want to be able to run the air conditioner off of the battery bank. We want solar charging, we want shore power, and we want this to be something that is a place that feels good to spend time. So we want it to be a nice place to be. I've been looking at some wonderful builds that other people have done online and have a pretty good idea of what the vision for this looks like. A U-shaped couch in the back that converts into a bed, a cabinetry on this side that kind of replaces the IKEA cabinets that are in it currently. So I want this to turn into something beautiful over here. Nice place to make dinner and so on. And then for the side by the door, at the end of the U-shaped bed, I want to put the refrigerator, and then I think I'm going to incorporate the electronics into that cabinet. So I don't want to block too much space with that. So I want to make that kind of smaller, maybe narrower based on the size of the refrigerator that we wind up going with. And I'd like to be able to have a fold-up counter. My vision there is for that to be a flat top and maybe also work as a desk, kind of for in the doorway here, to be able to have the refrigerator and fold up on the end so that somebody could potentially work on that fold-up space. I put a chair in front of it and then be able to have a laptop in front of you with view of wherever the van is parked to be able to get work done in that space. And then also, of course, for the couch and bed area that's going to wind up behind, to be able to have the rear doors open and be able to have that be another place to kind of work and have kind of inside-outside going on. So over the next few videos, I'll show you what's up with the roof and what the plans are for the roof, and I think that's essentially going to involve taking the rather poorly constructed roof rack and everything off. I'm probably going to have to remove one of the ventilation fans and patch that hole, and I think it's probably bad enough that all of the screw holes in the roof are going to need to be epoxied or bonded or whatever I do to seal them back up again. And then the roof's probably at that point going to have to be resprayed, and then the plan right now is one max air fan, DC air conditioner, and we're actually I was talking to my dad about a plan for raising up the solar panels and putting them above the air conditioner in such a way that hopefully we can not overheat the solar panels with the hot air coming out of the AC. So I'm going to figure out how much height there needs to be between the air conditioner and the solar panels, and see how that works. So we got some pretty lofty goals for this build. I've done a fair amount of kind of construction, home remodeling, and I rebuilt my RV after it had been totaled. So I did a lot of interior work on it. It was just an interior totaling, the exterior was fine. So this will be interesting. I've also built a race car, and so I've resprayed my race car before, so I've done some paint, done a lot of mechanical stuff. Fortunately, I don't anticipate doing any mechanical work on this van, just all the making the interior no longer look like this. So really looking forward to this project. I'm excited about what it's going to entail, and I'm going to try to bring whoever wants to come along. along for the ride here on YouTube. So looking forward to it.